Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Winnie and this is Winning with Winnie. In today's video, we'll be looking at fully funded PhD programs in communication. If you're ready, I am. Let's do it. First school we're looking at is Northwestern University. So they have a PhD in communication studies, and as usual we go first to their financial support page. So they say, as a doctoral student in communication studies, you'll receive 5 years of university funding. 9 months of funding is through a graduate assistantship. During the summer months it is through a fellowship. It says both include a stipend and tuition waiver. It says in the first year of doctoral study, your assistantship will engage you in activities aimed at familiarizing you with the department and the profession. In your second and third year, you will have assignments as teaching and research assistants. In the fourth year, your primary activity is completing your dissertation work. In the fifth year, you will have assignments as teaching and research assistants. You may also apply for dissertation year fellowships at the university and some of its research centers awards to doctoral students. So as you can see, they're fully funded. Now let's just go look through like how to apply. Maybe we look in the FAQ. Let's see, what is apply? Is that okay? So this is the apply thing. So it says the deadline for application is December 5th. And then let's see, so this is some of the stuff you'll need. So the first thing you need is a statement of purpose. You'll need a minimum of 2 letters of recommendation that's submitted online. You'll need 1 copy of your transcripts from each university that you've attended. It also says that you will need some writing samples. You'll also need official GRE scores, but they said that it was optional for the fall 2022 application. And it says if your native language is not English, you must certify your proficiency in the English language in one of the following ways, and then it listed 3 different ways. So this is the application process. Let's just go to see if we can see a little bit more about them. So it's based in their School of Communication. I know her. She's in the Sweet Magnolias. I think that's her. That's the actress in that. Okay. But yeah, you guys, so that was the first school. Yeah, so Heather Meadley. Yeah, I think that's her. That's the actress in the movie. Anyways, y'all, so that's the first university. Let's move on to our next one. So our next university is Ohio State University, OSU. So they say that the School of Communications funds every student we admit to our MA and PhD program with either a graduate associateship or a fellowship, basically. So it says MA students are funded for 2 years. They get a $2,364 monthly stipend plus tuition waiver for a 9-month assistantship. And then it says PhD students for 4 to 5 years, depending on prior academic experiences, they get a $2,364 month stipend plus tuition waiver for a 9-month assistantship. So see there, fully funded. All right, let's look at their how to apply. All right, so it says admission to our graduate program is based on review by our graduate studies committee. To be competitive, please plan to apply by December 1st for the upcoming autumn semester. Okay, so it says the graduate school, upon the recommendation of the graduate studies committee of the School of Communication, admits students to graduate study in communication. Recommendations for admissions are based on 7 factors. The first one is the applicant's statement of interest. Okay, the next one is your detailed resume. The third one is at least 3 letters of recommendation. The fourth one is a cumulative undergraduate point GPA. The next one is undergraduate and graduate transcripts. And then you have scores on the general aptitude section of the GRE. And then, of course, you have a writing sample as well. So that's some of their requirements. Let's go to this place. So here, as you can see again, it just says we offer funding to all doctoral students admitted into the program. So that's awesome. All right, y'all, so that was our second school. Our third university is Columbia University, and then of course their financial page. So it says As of 2020/2021, the standard financial aid package offered to full-time PhD students who do not receive significant awards from outside sources consists of a stipend for 4 years and a tuition exemption for the students' 2 or 3 years of coursework. So as you can see there, this is full funding. They also provide, let's highlight this, they also provide health insurance as well. Okay, so their program overview. Okay, so it says, with the guidance of interdisciplinary faculty advisory committee, students craft individual courses of study drawing on the university's graduate resources in the humanities, the social and practical science, the arts, and the professional schools. It says our goal is to connect the strength of the Columbia journalism tradition with intellectual work in the humanities and human sciences. All right, let's look at the PhD requirements. Okay, click on this. It says to graduate, each candidate must demonstrate a general understanding of the field of communication as a whole and acquire deep knowledge in an area of concentration through research and coursework. Okay, and it says the MA and okay, that's a different program. All right, so we're focusing on the PhD program. So it says you have to create a dissertation, but it says at least once a year each student must submit a written portion of the dissertation in progress to his or her 2 main advisors, and then arrange a meeting where the 3 of them will discuss the work. And then it just talks about a little bit of what. So yeah, you guys, so that was our 3rd school. Our next school is Syracuse University. So it gives you a little bit of information, but let's just scroll through first. So right here, we fund all admitted students. So it says this puts a premium on providing us evidence of your interest and risk experiences. So every student is fully funded, which is awesome. Okay, and then just looking over what they want. So it says your deadline to apply for the PhD in mass communication is December 1st. And it says, okay, that's for current students. So it says individual admissions decisions are made by a committee, and then these are the factors that they look at. So right here, there's a letter part. Those are things that they look at. And it says you must find at least 2 research faculty members whose research interest aligns with your own to be seriously considered for the Newhouse School's PhD program. And of course, they say we fund all admitted students. So it says after the application deadline, the doctoral committee composed of several faculty members and current students will go through all applications, conduct interviews, usually through Zoom, and make final decisions. Once the student is admitted, a faculty advisor will be assigned to the student to guide her, his, or their first year of studying the program. And you also need to have like a statement of research interest, and then these are the things that this statement needs to have. You'll need 3 letters of recommendation. You also need GRE general exam, but it says it's optional. So it says entry to our program is competitive. GRE scores are optional, though recommended. We understand the difficulties facing many of you in these unsettled times in studying for the GRE. We welcome your application. And then for TOEFL, it says it's required for international applicants. It says if you are not a native English speaker and do not have a degree from a U.S. institution, you are required to take the TOEFL exam. It says successful applicants typically have a TOEFL score of 105 or above. Okay. And yeah, you guys, so you also need another writing sample and then a keyword video. But yeah, so that was Syracuse University. Let's move on to our last university, our 5th one. So our 5th university is the University of Pennsylvania. So just looking about their financial support. So it says all students admitted to the school receive the same level of financial support, which includes, let me highlight. You guys are like, oh girl, you love highlighting, but so you can see it. So which includes a stipend, health insurance, and a waiver of university tuition for 4 years. Funding is contingent upon full-time enrollment, satisfying academic progress, and satisfactory performance as a teaching or research fellow. So right there, so everyone's fully funded. And it says, are international students eligible for funding? Yes, all students at the Annenberg School are funded at the same level as long as they make satisfactory academic progress. So you can see that. All right, let's go back and just look at their PhD. Okay, so this is their PhD in communication. So it says, our PhD program allows students to tailor a curriculum to suit their specific interest and provides them the financial resources to launch their academic career. In addition to a full tuition waiver, our students currently receive an annual stipend as well as a budget for research and travel and health insurance for all 5 years. So it says it is the smallest of the 12 schools at Penn, and it functions as a close-knit community of scholars whose doors are always open to one another. Our students also appreciate our staff who routinely go above and beyond to support them. Right, you guys? So that was it. And then they have student by their numbers. So they said there are currently 73 students in their program from 14 nations. And then typically they receive 250 plus applicants each year. And then 15 to 20 students are accepted each year. The average GPA, undergraduate GPA of the applicants at 3.76. TOEFL score is 110. It says 35% of students come from a previous graduate degree program. 30% of students worked in a career before joining their program. And then 35% of the students came straight from undergraduate degree. So yeah, yes. All right, y'all. So that was the last school. So those were 5 different universities that are fully funded for their PhD programs. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any other program you want me to look at, please let me know. Thanks, y'all. Bye.